I'm back. I've been watching YouTube and watching a lot of you make up your own diets. And it's pretty sad when you start seeing people going, I had surgery 2 months ago and I lost 5 pounds. Because you're stuffing bread and pasta and all these wonderful things that you ate before that made you that fat. That's fat. And you can't stop eating it because you're compulsive. The idea of having that surgery is to get in control of yourself. I've tried the things that some of you ate, and it stops you from losing weight. I had surgery June 4th this year. Well, it's October 30th. It's 5 months and 3.5 weeks. I'm down 98 pounds. Just under 100. Next week I'll be down over 100 pounds. Why? Because you have to stop yourself from eating. You will start eating. You're going to start eating. And you're going to start going, oh, I'm just going to try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that, and you're not going to lose weight. You have to be controlled by yourself. You got to get control of yourself, and you're just not doing it. The only things you need is this: liquid B12, because you're going to be deficient from the lack of food if you do your diet properly. It's not really a diet, it's a way of life. You're going to have to change it. My doctor said use calcium, so I'm using Citracral gummies. It's the only candy you can really eat. Okay? And still the Flintstone vitamins. That's what you could have. You want to eat bread? Here. Eat 2 or 3 Ritz crackers with some peanut butter on it. That's good. Not every day. Twice a week maybe. Or put a little cream cheese on it or something. Don't eat bread. Stop eating pasta and rice. And my wife, what does she do? She says, I'm going to make you something really good. Banana muffins. I haven't eaten them. I'm making the kids eat them. They're fattening. Those muffins are about 300 calories apiece. 2 of those is your total meal for the day. You shouldn't eat more than that. The Progresso soup. This is 80 calories, 2 servings. Right? 160 calories per can. That's 2 meals, total meals. You should have that. Stop thinking about it. Ice pops. 10-calorie ice pops, sugar-free ice pops. Jell-O. Eat the Jell-O. The Jell-O will do it. An ice pop. Drink Crystal Light. Drink sugar-free Kool-Aid with Splenda. This is what you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. You eat little tiny portions, a little tiny dish. That will fill you up. The minute you start feeling that feeling, stop eating. I'm watching this YouTube and it's like, you really, I want to take all of you and duct tape you to a chair and feed you myself and tell you that's all you're supposed to get. I don't understand why people are getting surgeries and stuffing themselves again. Why go through all of that surgery and the suffering and the bills and having this doctor go and do all this work for you when you're just throwing it out the window? You're throwing it out the window. It's a shame. And for all the ones that do get the surgery, that didn't get it yet, heed the warnings. Don't follow others and don't eat everything that everyone else says. Oh, this is tasty. I made this little wonderful dish. That dish is probably about 600 or 800 calories. That's your whole day's supply of food. If you can eat 3-4 meals a day, little tiny portions, break them up into little pieces. Eat a little bit. Eat fruit. You know, like peaches and pineapple, apples, watermelon. You could eat watermelon. Watermelon's fine. you're not going to gain weight. You can't eat enough watermelon to gain weight. But don't stuff a bunch of crap down your throat and then look in the mirror and tell yourself lies. Don't do it. Well, that's the food part. For the rest of it, I'm down from a 58 waist down to a 42 already. You have to control yourself. I'm a big eater. I've always been a big eater. I could suck down food all day long. I could eat right now. I don't have any hunger pains, but mentally I could actually eat. I could do it. You need to do the same thing. Get control of yourself. I'm getting too old. For the past 20 years I've been gaining weight. It's not good. It's not good for your health. I don't take blood pressure pills. All of these things I stopped taking after a month. Actually, a couple of days after the surgery I didn't have to take the blood pressure pills because I wasn't moving around as much and I was trying to eat the proper foods, the jello and the soup for the 2 weeks, and then work my way into soft foods. And now I eat broccoli and just all these things. You could eat it too. It's going to give you gas pains for a while until you get used to it and learn how to chew it and eat it properly. Chicken, fish, turkey, red meats. You're gonna not want to eat red meats anymore because you're gonna lose the taste for it. I love steak. Now when I eat, not as much. I'd rather eat the chicken. A roasted chicken, some turkey, cold cuts, something like that. Once in a blue moon, you can go and eat some sort of little bit of macaroni with something. That's fine. 2 tablespoons. Not every day. You will ruin your diet, ruin your metabolism, and screw up. I'm trying to control it to where I don't lose weight too fast and don't stop losing weight. I want to lose like 3 to 5 pounds a week. Maybe 2 pounds a week. I think that would be sufficient at 5 months, 6 months. The first 2 or 3 months, you're going to start losing more and more weight. Don't eat more and more. Don't drink a lot of liquids. You don't have to drink 64 ounces a day. If you could drink 24 ounces a day, that's fine. Drink it. Stay away from, don't ever drink sodas again. Anything with sugar, no sugar. You're going to treat yourself like a diabetic. Don't eat sugars. Don't eat foods with lots of sugar in it. Don't eat citrus fruits and stuff because you don't need them, first of all. Second of all, it's going to give you acid heartburn. I tried it, and it does. It gives you heartburn. Best things are Jello and ice pops and soups. You can eat these soups like this, really good. I find them perfectly fine. The vitamins, the B12, the calcium pills. Baked potato. Eat a baked potato. It's not going to be much. It's going to be a little piece, but you could eat that. Put a little sour cream on it, some bacon bits. Sweet potatoes. You could eat sweet potatoes. Canned vegetables, but lots of sodium in that. Try to eat frozen or fresh. String beans, you got to chew them a lot. You're going to be chewing till your jaw hurts. But you know what? Your stomach will digest that food really good, and you won't have any problems. You really need to control yourselves, because I see how hard it is. It isn't easy to change your way of life of eating, because mentally you're going to want to eat. It's going to start affecting you months down the line. You're going to start going, oh, I could do this, I just want to try it. I want to eat this. Ooh, I remember it was so good, I want to try it. That's why you were fat in the first place. That's why I was fat. Because I kept sucking down all those foods, and then it makes you depressed, thinking, oh man, I'm gaining all this weight. Then you're going to eat more, and more, and more, and then a whole bunch more, and then a little bit more, and then you're going to be 400, 500, 600 pounds. I've been there, done it. I can move around a hell of a lot better than I did just by losing 100 pounds so far. I can get in and out of a car a lot easier. Getting up from a chair. When you're heavy, you got to hold on to something to try to get yourself up. I don't have to do that. I can just stand up. That's it. I stand up. Real easy. Less pressure on your ankles and your knees and your hips, your back. Wow. Treadmill. I walk every day on a treadmill. I walk around, I grab a shopping cart and I go to a supermarket and I walk around for an hour. Whether I buy food or not for the house, I walk around. Exercise, dumbbells. Use it for your arms so you can lose all of this skin and stuff. I've been working out and doing it. And just once a day for 10 minutes, lift like 15, 20 pounds and just make maybe like 10 sets. For women, use like 5 pounds, 3 pound weights or something, and just keep exercising. Stretch it with the weights and move them around. Go like back and forth and stuff. It'll tighten up the skin on your arms because it's going to sag, and yeah, it's going to sag. It's going to be a little weird, but you can work out and the skin will tighten up. Take the vitamins, eat the right foods, what the doctor told you to. Don't eat a whole bunch of junk. If you feel full, don't eat as much as the doctor tells you to. If he says, ooh, eat this whole can of soup at one sitting, if you can't eat that, don't force it. That means that your stomach is stretching if you have to force yourself. Don't stretch your stomach. All of that surgery and all of that work, don't do it. I'm telling you, it's a total waste of time for getting the surgery if you're going to do that. For all the people out there that have the surgery already, good luck from everyone. Everyone is just wanting to do what they should be doing normally at a normal size. I understand that. I've been there. Don't eat all these foods. You don't need them. It's a mental thing to eat all of the crap you used to eat. Yeah, it was tasty. But you had it already. So what's the difference? Move on with your life. Take care of yourself. You have to do this. You have to control your eating habits. I see it. I see people in restaurants. I hate going to restaurants with my family now because I don't want to eat anything in there. What I do is I get iced tea and with no sugar while they're eating all these foods and all this crap. I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat vegetables that some restaurant made. I'd rather make my own. So you'll save money because you'll stop eating in restaurants. Fast food. I was always a fast food junkie too. In between dinner and breakfast, it would always be lunch. It would be Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, Fuddruckers, somebody. I'd be in there getting food, eating something, pizza. Well, pizza isn't really too bad, but if you eat it with other foods and stuff, you're gonna get fat. Health-wise, you're gonna get healthier. The more weight you lose, the better you feel. I just had a blood test done last week. Absolutely perfect. No problem with anything. Triglycerides, my sugars, everything is perfect. Doctor's real happy. He said, come and see me in another 6 months. So, I just wish everybody good luck. Follow what you should be doing. Don't take advice from ill people that or showing you to make all sorts of crazy pastas and all these fattening foods. Yeah, it looks good, it tastes good. Oh, ooh, I love it. But you know what? You're not going to lose any weight. The idea of doing all of this stuff is to lose weight, not to gain weight. You're defeating the purpose if you start eating all these crazy foods. The food isn't important. A little bit of food, a little tiny bit, a little piece of chicken, and then later on have a little couple of tablespoons of vegetables. That's it. Vegetables. You know what you do? Take a slice of cheese, like maybe American or Swiss or something. Steam your vegetables in the microwave. Put it in for the 3 minutes, whatever it tells you in those little tiny containers. Peel it open, put a slice of cheese on it, close it back up, let it sit there 2 minutes. The cheese melts on it. It tastes wonderful. It's great. This way you got protein. All these foods. You could drink things like muscle milk and all these other protein drinks. You just get fat from drinking that stuff. Maybe once every week or two you could drink a glass of that stuff, or to buy it in the store. Other things, the Crystal Light is basically the best thing I like. I'm getting really used to it. It's something I would never drink before the surgery. I'd always drink Pepsi or something else. 7-Up, root beer. But the Crystal Light and water. Every night I drink, you can see this glass? I fill this glass up with ice and water. I fill it up to about here with ice, and then I just fill it to the top with water. I drink about half of this at night for about 4 hours. I drink maybe down just before the lettering. And this is a quart. I drink that every day. Crystal Light, about half of that. So like 1.5 cups maybe, or possibly a little over a cup every day. And that's a quart. Basically, you're going to love the surgery. If you're obese, you're overweight, this is the way to go. I'm wearing an extra large t-shirt right now. It's baggy on me. So, my pants, I'm glad I have pants left over from 20 years ago. My wife saved them for some reason. Now I know why. I got pants down to 38s again. These are 42s, so that I'm wearing, and all my other pants are gone. I threw them out. I have one pair of pants, the ones I wore to the hospital, the 58s, just to keep in memory. All my shirts, I had to order all new underwear and t-shirts and stuff. For the women, you're going to be shopping, so you're going to be happy because you're going to be buying smaller and smaller clothes, and it's going to be a fun thing. In the meantime, I wish everyone good luck with this, and stick to that diet. Stick to eating the correct amount of foods. Don't overeat. When you start to feel a little bit full, stop. That's it. And you're going to go back to a really good size. You're going to be healthy. You're going to be moving around a lot. You're going to feel great. I feel 100 times better. I'm not tired. I have lots of energy. You're not going to realize it until it's going to start. You're going to be moving around, going ooh, ooh, and you're going to have a lot of energy and a lot of ability to do things that you couldn't do before, like tie your shoes, put on your socks without having to try to figure out how to use something to put them on with. You're going to bend. You're going to be able to reach your ankles. Funny. Sounds funny, but fat people can't do that. Yep. Okay. Be able to reach the small of your back with your hands, which you couldn't do before. You had to use a stick to wash your back. Well, you'll be able to reach it with your hands. All the good things are going to come back to you, and you're going to enjoy life a lot better. The surgery is the best thing you could do. There's no diets out there that are going to do anything for you. Don't believe anybody saying, oh, you just go on this diet, you do some exercise. That's not going to happen. because you're a compulsive eater. Compulsive eating will ruin your life. It's a drug. It's a terrible drug, worse than heroin and crack and beer and alcohol and all these things that people get stuck on. Food is the worst. And it's a fact. Basically, I'll come back in a couple of months, probably in February, and give you an update on what it is to eat certain foods and stuff, and maybe I'll come up with some good tasty ideas, because you can't just eat soup every day for the rest of your life. You're going to have to eat other foods. But I eat chicken breast, fish once in a while, flounder, bake a flounder, fillet of flounder in the oven, perfect. Tomatoes, they tell you, yeah, it's acidy. If you could take the acidy foods, you could eat tomatoes and broccoli and other string beans and all these things, but you have to chew it really, really good to digest it. Other than that, I'm still too fat to fit, but I'm getting there. And I hope you are too. Alright? See you in a couple of months.